Hi everybody, it's Mary. Welcome back to another pick a card reading for you. So we have 3 images to choose from. We have some oracle cards prepared. We have a tarot deck that goes with each pile. We have an angel tarot to set the tone for tarot. We have an angel oracle card, and perhaps we'll pull some more tarot. We'll see. So let's get down to picking your card. So we have this image, Gaia's garden, with fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. And I really hope you can see without the glare. Okay. Pile number 2. We have the map maker of destiny. Right? Authenticity, authentic life purpose, inspiration, free will. I'm trying to avoid the glare there. Okay, and we have the High Lady of Love and Compassion. This glare. Reverence, kindness, consideration. Okay, those are your choices. If you need more time, you can always pause the video. I will link the timestamps below. Okay, see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this card. This beautiful card, Gaia's garden. Fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow, with the number 18 right here. So this is a wonderful card straight out. See, we have the pumpkin, 2 pumpkins actually, the light in the ground, the light all around this figure, and very earthy, very what is it again, Aries energy going on here, like very active, even though we have a figure that is very much like the Empress, the Earth Mother figure, but this is Mother Earth Gaia's garden, and you know, good for you, pile 1. You're way ahead of Samhain or Halloween. It's not for another just about a week, maybe a little more than a week. So, you know, right now you're kind of harvesting the things that you put effort into over, let's say, the summer, possibly last spring. You planted seeds, and you know, you're reaping it now with the help of Mother Earth Gaia. Her garden is very lush and full, very powerful, very strong, energetic energy coming through with the ram's horn here. Also enlightenment. Perhaps you learned something new, or you had an awakening, or you built, you know, you put work into building something, whether that's a relationship, project, a career, project, things of that nature. What's calling my eye right now, though, is this little bunny right here. I don't know if you can see it. This makes me think of fertility. Perhaps some of you are about to have a baby or a grandchild or a niece, and that's really beautiful. Children are so wonderful. Or you could have started a romantic sexual relationship, you know, in the past few months, and now it's coming, like you're coming into this relationship more fully. So let's see what else we can reveal. More will be revealed. Yeah. So let's see the energy, the astrological energy around this. Whoa. Revenge. Oh my goodness. We have Mars in Scorpio. Yes, Mars in Scorpio. Whoa. I would not want to mess with you. So the 8th house is about is the house of Scorpio, and it's ruled by 2 planets, Mars and I believe Pluto, which is utter like spiritual transformations. But like you can transmutate dark to light and backwards and forwards. And I'm hearing that you're really good at justifying things, like rationalizing things. You make sense out of things that may seem jumbled or unclear. You're good at like seeing what, going to the heart of a matter and like saying, no, this is what it, like something could have 2 or 3 meanings, and you're good at seeing all the meanings, you know, of what a situation is about. But, you know, I'm going to call your attention again to this figure here, this couple, and, you know, I'm thinking, you know, when I said about, also it's the house of not just transformation, usually spiritual, dark to light, but also in the 8th house, it's also the house of sexuality, relationships, sexual relationships. And we have this person here, and someone is out for revenge. And you see here this rabbit, right? And this, but this is pretty, I don't know what kind of relationship you have, or if you're having an affair, or if you're, you know, someone else is completely jealous of your relationship and could be one of those mean girl types and is going to spread a bunch of lies, and someone's going to get hurt, like really hurt, because they don't want to see you with this person. Yeah, this is turning into like a romantic thing here, sexual thing, a sexual ship thing here. By the way, this 18 reduces to 9, which is something that's coming to an ending as well. And you know, you are harvesting, you're reaping, but you know, you hear reaping what you sow. So I hope that you know, everything is okay, that this is a consensual relationship, and there's no third party involved. I mean, they may be very jealous. With Mars energy, you know, this is pretty heavy, active. Someone wants to light a fire, you know, burn this down, this relationship. Oh my goodness, we have acquisition. So you've acquired, in this case, I'm going to say somebody, someone. We have the sun in Taurus. So actually that's really grounded and stable, but it's also like the sun in Taurus, it's like an illumination is what's coming to me. And my goodness, I really don't like to say this to you, but I'm just the messenger. I just channel the message. But you know, you have the 2 snakes here around the heart. So there's perhaps someone is, I hate to say it, maybe someone could be cheating on you. Maybe someone in your life, like you have a romantic, or you're already partnered or married, and perhaps someone else, perhaps the other person in the relationship, could be having an affair. This is 2nd house, which is Taurus, which is the need to acquire. Someone feels the need to acquire someone else, something that someone that you've been thinking about. or they're thinking about you, it's almost like a false face, because look, this head is just like this head. They have the same head dress, headgear. So someone is not happy with this relationship. Someone powerful, someone who has other people to do their dirty work for them, and it is in the realm of active sexuality. And this is Mercury as well. You see the wings on his feet. You know, this is happening fast. It's going to come to an end quickly, or it should. So it seems like I'm hearing whirlwind romance. Like it came in quickly, unexpectedly, and it's going to leave very quickly. I just saw a door shut. So it's like, no. If you're thinking of this, please don't do it. And if you are, please be careful. And if it's happening to you, let's say your partner or your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you know, could be, I'm not saying they're having an affair, but I'm saying it's possible, and they're acting like everything is just fine. You know, everything is just out in the open. You know, it's all fine. It's all grounded. You know, everything is just, you know, same day, same thing. You know, with Taurus here, it's, you know, very grounded energy, ruled by Venus though. So, you know, this is definitely some kind of love situation. Somebody wants somebody else, or somebody doesn't want someone to have someone else. And it doesn't matter to them or to you if you're in a marriage, a partnership, a relationship. Doesn't matter. You feel the need to acquire this person, and somebody is going to get their revenge about this. They don't like this. Soul card, guilt. So in your soul, or their soul, they're feeling deep guilt. This is a root chakra, sacral chakra. Yeah, absolutely. Sacral chakra, the orange, that's where our reproductive organs system is. It's the chakra of, you know, like softness and birth and creating life and creativity, literally. But, you know, attached to this situation is guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So this is your message from your angels, basically, from the spirit realm, is basically you're feeling guilty, or the other person in this relationship is feeling guilty, and maybe that's why, you know, there's revenge here. You know, maybe perhaps that is why there's a need for revenge, because it's a situation. There should not be guilt unless you did something small, like, I don't know, you brought somebody, like, I don't know, they asked you to pick up ice cream at the store, and their second favorite flavor was on sale, so you told them, no, they had this is all they had at the store, this one, when in reality the other one was there too, but the first one was cheaper. I don't know. It's not something as simple as that. It could be if it was just this guilt card, but it's not. We're talking about fruitfulness, reaping what you sow. You know, usually you hear that said or I've heard it said, not always in the best light. And yeah, something is coming to an ending, or should come to an end. You know, it should. Because we're talking about a relationship where there is hidden sexual relationship. You see, they're under the ground, but this person sees them anyway. And the other person knows, whether they acknowledge it or don't acknowledge it. You know, sometimes people pretend, you know, where they say, like, the wife or the husband's the last one to know, you know. And it almost feels like either you or the other person didn't have a choice. They just had this overwhelming passion, this utter need in their bones they had to have you, or the other person had to have somebody else, you know, or you had to have somebody else. Depends on who's the one doing the acquiring. And I'm here like playing around in the garden. Like, yeah, you're not like open about this. You got to go into the garden and hide and do it there. You know, hide behind all that greenery, which is also the heart chakra. You know, that doesn't, just because it's you know, the heart chakra doesn't make it right all the time. You know, like love is complicated. Love is very complicated. So let's pull a tarot, an angel tarot, to get, before we pull some tarot, just to get an over tarot type feeling here going, theme. And just, I just want to mention, you know, I don't judge anyone. I might for like a moment, and then I rein it in. I work very hard at not judging people and practicing radical acceptance. So, you know, if you do happen to be in a relationship, an affair type thing, you know, or cheating is going on, you know, I don't judge you for that. The reason I read is so you can learn, get more insight about yourself and what it is you want in life, or what's going on in life, and, you know, to give you messages. I'm just the messenger. So yeah. All right, so let's see, what does pile 1 need to know? There we go, that came right out. About this love situation, this sexual type of, the Empress, look at this. So we have the Empress with Archangel Gabriel, the voice of God, and the card says, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. So think about how you are nurturing yourself. Think about how you're being true to your divine feminine. Think about what it is, what kind of legacy you're leaving. Not just this harvest season right now, it's autumn right now, it's October 2025 where I am in New York City, and so it is the time to reap a harvest. But I'm seeing the Empress, like Mother Earth, on her, you know, throne almost. She doesn't really sit on a throne, but I see her sitting in a, you know, the typical reclining posture, and she's pregnant, and I'm hoping that if this is the case with you, because we have the rabbit here, that this is a safe situation for you. Otherwise, this should be a really happy time. You're like, but you're in your divine feminine power. You're, you know, being in balance and harmony with nature. But, you know, again, I'm being called to like sexuality. There's this straight up phallic symbol right there. So, you know, and with the Empress, you know, you get, she gives off a lot of earth energy, but also some water energy, because it's feminine. And so we have the water there. I'm seeing you like you meet this person, or they meet the other person in the woods somewhere hidden. And so it would be, this is not so good for you. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for you if it's being done to you. If you suspect someone in your life is cheating on you, they probably are. And if you're the one doing this relationship, perhaps that other person has a wife or a husband, or it's affecting someone negatively. Someone who's like, I swear I will revenge you. I will get revenge. And, you know, this is not something to be afraid of mostly. It's more like, just be careful, you know, be careful. And so let's pull some tarot and see if we can find out more about this situationship. It's a situationship at this point. I don't know which direction it's going. Only you know. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, and so, you know, I can't get down to specifics with you. You can leave your comments below. I'll read them. That would be interesting, you know. Even if I'm completely wrong and this does not resonate, you can always watch another reading of mine or some other medium. But if this actually resonates with you, yes, please write to me in the comment section, because I'd love to know what's going on with you. I genuinely care. So 2, we'll take 3, and take that shadow card. 4. Now the shadow card is a different shadow card. Shall we check the shadow card? Let's check the shadow card. Look at that, the Empress. Let's keep it. We have the Empress twice, and it's major arcana. So yeah, you're definitely all wrapped up in your divine feminine energy right now, and usually that's a good thing. But you know, you got, it's that reap what you sow is really getting stuck in my head. It's usually like not attached to something good. It's, unless you're the one getting revenge, but it's acquisition of someone. It could mean, you know, this is the sun in Taurus, right? So it's just like, it's somehow everyone will know about this happening. The light will shine on this situation, and to others it may look just like I said before, like, you know, business as usual, nothing new here to see. But in reality, someone knows, and someone is very unhappy about this. So and meanwhile, you're stepping into your divine feminine, and perhaps you might want to look at not be so immersed in your divine feminine. You know, it's both. It's male and female, right? The Emperor goes with the Empress. So you might want to look at it from the other side to see, unless you know what I'm talking about already and you don't need more clarity. But let's do some more clarity anyway. So first we have the 10 of Wheels. So there is a family situation right now. You may be married or partnered, and in this particular deck, usually they show children. There are no children here, but there is a fur baby. So just like the little fur baby rabbit over there. So yeah, so we have the 10 of Wheels, 10 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Wheels. Yeah, someone is not gonna like this. Somebody's gonna feel really thrown out in the cold. Somebody's got to go. This is like, I just saw a tricycle, 3 wheels. Now that makes sense, a tricycle, but I'm feeling like, no, this is like a broken bike. It's like got 3 wheels somehow, and the 3rd wheel's got to go. Okay. We have, whoa, the Tower. Yeah, we have the Tower, and we have the 2 of Swords. So this is interesting. All together now. All together now. All together now. All together now. So let's read this all together now. So yeah, so basically there's a situationship going on here that has something to do with a relationship, kind of like a love relationship. It's definitely like something sexual relationship going on. Someone is super angry about this. So I'm not accusing anyone of cheating, but I'm saying that, you know, there's a third person involved in this, and they are not happy. But the person that is making the choice to be with someone else, it wasn't like you just met each other at the supermarket and, you know, like, I don't know, you were both buying the same kind of apples or something and just started talking and said, wow, I like you, let's go for coffee or something. No, this was somebody was watching somebody else and saying, I gotta have this person, I must have them. This could be a while. They've been they're watching you for a while, or getting, you know, in little ways, getting to know you for a while, but it happened very quickly. And either you see yourself as a goddess and deserving of this kind of relationship, even if you're with somebody else, you're thinking not get rid of them. Time to not reap the harvest so much, but like, yeah, like let's you know, when you take in what you've put out there, literally, like if you farm some land, like I think I mentioned before, I am Irish. I grew up in the Bronx though, but I am from a farm in Ireland. And you know, when we would, you know, pull in the harvest, you know, we'd have to go through it and see what's good to sell in the market and what's not good to sell at the market, you know. And right now I think you're being encouraged to like seriously take a look at what you're doing. There's a false face. There's like a duality going on here. Like, and I'm not talking about dark and light. I'm talking about like there is a two-faced person around you, or you could be that person. No judgment, just that's what it could be. And I don't feel it's you though, because I see someone else sees you as the Empress. They see you as a goddess. They don't want to let go of you. They see a future with you, when in reality, it's your whole life is going to fall apart, because this is not a good relationship to begin with. There's like cheating going on. Cheating, or thinking about cheating, or thinking about leaving somebody. You're already with somebody, or somebody you're with is thinking of cheating on you. And it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Definitely not ending well. It's usually, I say with the Tower, it's a good thing, because when things fall apart, new things can grow. But you know, in this case, like this person who is kind of sealing this deal, like saying, yeah, let's get together, let's meet each other. I already said, like, I see you like having to meet up in secret places. Neither party really wants to look at it too much. Although I'm getting a feeling that one of you in this relationship does want to know the truth. You don't really want to look at it too much, but you feel guilty. And so you are saying to yourself, like, there's something not right with this. You think it's what you want. You think it's what you want. You think it's like you've hit it. You know, this person's going to be future husband or future wife. You know, even if you're a male watching this, you know, we all have divine masculine and divine feminine energy, but in this case, it's like super divine feminine energy here going on. We got Mother Earth and Mother Earth Gaia. We've got the Empress. We've got the Empress again. And, you know, it's like, it may be just an illusion. You think that, you know, plus, you know, the dog here, the fur baby, the dog is looking straight ahead. The dog knows. The dog knows the truth. This is an animalistic type of, you know, thing, like base desires. And, sorry about my light there. Base desires with the orange and the red here. Sacral chakra. The dog knows. The dog has the intuition to know what's going on. This couple right here, very much like this couple, only have eyes for each other, which is really sweet and nice and romantic, and how nice. But look at the snakes on either side. The snakes represent wisdom. You know, they're not evil creatures. But I'm hearing all of a sudden, yeah, you need to shed yourself of whoever this person is in this relationship, because if not, and even so, actually, if not, you're both going to be out in the cold. You're both going to suffer. You're both going to lose a lot. This could lead to a divorce, perhaps, if you're married. And my goodness, divorces are nasty and ugly. Go watch A Marriage Story, the movie with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, or just, you know, sometimes it's just one person is going to be out in the cold. And yeah, I would highly suggest, you know, it's just a suggestion, please do not take what I say as an order, or you must do this or this will happen. I don't do that. I'm suggesting though that this relationship come to an end quickly. You're not going to lose anything. You're not going to lose yourself. There'll still be that divine, beautiful, you know, feminine energy, Empress going on. You'll still be that person. If you're the other party, if you're a man, you're still going to have that, you know, divine beauty in you. It's not going to go anywhere. You'll still be this way. You're just going to direct it not towards somebody that's not good for you. Because that's the reality. That's the reality of what you're doing. Oh, well, you know, and it will, people are going to find out about this. It will all come crashing down, and this happiness, this stability, this family, this perfect family legacy, you have everything you need and want, and maybe even more, you know. It's an illusion, and in reality it's going to come crashing down, and someone or something doesn't want to see this, even though you know, because you feel guilty. So let's pull a couple more tarot cards and see what else you might get from the angels. But they're pretty clear that this is not a healthy relationship, and someone could get hurt. You know, I know I said divorce, but just even if you're just like started to see somebody, or you're thinking about seeing someone, it may feel like the end of the world, but it's not. If it's something like it just started, this relationship, or it's like just like boyfriend, girlfriend, if it's just straight up lovers, like, you know, what is that again? They say this term, it's something sex, I forget. It's not casual sex. Please don't take what I say about casual sex. You don't take it casually, okay? No, it's purely sexual. It's just a sexual relationship. It's just like, you know, you're just like having some fun. No, it's going to lead to a huge crash in your life, and people will get hurt. You know, you might have to see this person, you know, in your life for a little while after that, you know, and you don't want to look at them, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. If you, like, let's say you're in school or at work, or they live in your neighborhood, and you know, after this all comes, you know, it's got to end. It's whether you wanted to or not, it's going to. People are going to find out about it. Somehow you're going to be found out. That's what I'm hearing. I'm seeing a flashlight being shown in like a dark room, and like that's it. Oh yeah, and two figures are there, and they're like, "Hey, don't look at me." Yeah, it's too late. It's like a searchlight. You know, you're found. They found out. You know, reaping what you sow. You know, I'm so sorry for the dark tone this takes. Usually, our love readings should be happy and sweet, but you know, sometimes we got to hear what we need to hear to do the right thing. Do what is good for us. So, and you got all this energy going on of the Empress, you know, the goddess energy, the divine feminine energy. You're not going to lose yourself deep down inside unless you keep doing this, unless you let this relationship persist and perpetuate. And you have strength here. So this is nice because you have the strength to deal with the situation, whether you're the one, you know, with somebody else, or whether it's the other person with somebody else. You know, I see a chain, and this is affecting many people, many situations that you might not be thinking about, because you're just going for the sex and for the romance, and that's not necessarily the best thing to do. So, and you're strong enough, you know, whatever relationship you're in is strong enough to, you know, not the one that's on the side, the original one, because I'm thinking about, you know, I'm sorry to say it, cheating, or you're starting to see somebody and there's a lot of deception. You are strong enough to do the right thing. You are the Empress. And, you know, if you don't feel strong enough, you know what? You can always sit down and ride the bear. I know it sounds a little weird, but, you know, it's like let the angels help you. Let your spirit guides help you. Let them help carry you through this if you think it's too much for you to bear. And a bear. Bear energy is really good, strong, stable, earthy energy. Goes with Gaia's garden very nicely, and the Empress back here, all this greenery in the forest behind this Empress, you know, it goes very nicely with that. And it's like, I just got this like boom image in my mind of all these little lights, like these fairy lights, yeah, all lit up in the forest. And it's like, yes, let their energy help you, and let them help you bear what you're going through. You know, you can get through this and do the right thing and get through this. You know, bears are not just earthy energy as well, grounded, stable, strong, but also bears also can provide, if I'm thinking about shamanistic traditions, you know, they provide everything, fur for clothing or blankets or shelter, they tallow in their fat, meat, you know, their claws are used usually as a religious symbol, spiritual symbol, you know, the claw. Plus, if you have a bear claw, like a literal bear claw, you're in a good place. And I just got an image. Perhaps this person somehow works with the law. I don't know where this came from, but, you know, either you or this other person in this relationship, or the person that's the third person, is perhaps involved with the law. I don't see this as illegal what you're doing. It's just their job has something to do with the law. I don't know where that came from, but that's could be. And it's just confirmation of what's being said. So we have two more oracle cards for you. Actually, we have Ancient Temple. So let's see what advice we have. Seek strength in your past and let the echoes of history guide you towards the future. Okay? So this is reminding me of Atlantis as well. These are, they can be Lemurian or Atlantean vibes. This one's reminding me of Atlantis. Atlantis fell apart because they got into a war. They wanted more. They wanted more knowledge. And it ultimately led to their downfall. And that's why their continent sank, the Atlanteans. So, and it does say, seek strength in your past and let the echoes of history guide you toward the future. So usually in history, what is the simple saying that they say? You know, history repeats itself. You know, if you forget the past, it's doomed to repeat itself. And people know the saying, and people say the saying, and they don't do the saying, you know, and it's true. It's true. Look at Hitler not paying attention to Napoleon, you know. Look at I don't know, Trump not paying attention to Trump, like now as opposed to back then. I don't know, history does repeat itself, and you know, you're being asked, don't repeat this. Maybe this is something you do all the time. Maybe it happens to you all the time. Maybe, you know, guys, gals hit on you all the time. You are all that right there, you know, with the Empress. But you're being asked to actually seek strength. So we have the strength card, and here's strength right here. So you're being asked to seek strength, strength inside yourself, because you can. Because you can. You have it. And look, trace the path backwards in your life, your history, and see how this relationship came to be, and what is the best course of action to go forward with it. And I keep hearing end it, but please don't just do whatever I say, you know. It's just a suggestion, you know. Look back and find strength in yourself. You're ready, the Empress. You're already got it going on, you know. Now you just need the strength to take the action, the right action. So we're gonna end on one card, because I do the angel, the blue indigo angels. If they were here right now, what would they say to pile one? You got a long reading, pile one. So if you stuck with me this long, I'm very happy for you, because it really is a joy for me to be able to channel for you. So thank you. But yeah, so if the blue indigo angels were right here right now, what would they say to you? This is your card right here. I thought it was sticky there. Nope, it's just one. Okay. Okay, so what would the angels say? You are special. Look at that. I'd almost have to censor this card, you know, but look, you got a butterfly right here. See the bow? It's like a butterfly. which always symbolizes transformations and changes. So don't ever forget that you are special, and that in this situation, you don't deserve to be out in the cold. Someone else might have to be pushed out of this relationship, but ultimately it will benefit you, because you are special, and you're seen as special too. Empress, acquisition, you know. By the way, yeah, if I talk about strength with this, strength, ancient temple, look, this is a Greek god or Roman. So, you know, either there's somebody in this situation who has a lot of strength and power over you, which I doubt very much with the Empress cards, but you have to remember how special you are. You don't need this other person to tell you you're special. You know it yourself. That's why there's guilt attached to this. If you were not a special type of person, if you weren't a good person, you wouldn't feel any guilt. You wouldn't feel like, you know, I kind of don't want to look at this, but I kind of do, because, you know, you're listening to your intuition and it's very strong right now. And it's telling you, it's guiding you, right? The right thing to do is, you know, and that is get back in balance. See the two swords of truth and clarity on either side, get back in balance. It's causing imbalance in your life, or it will if it hasn't happened yet. To just remember how special you are and how loved you are, and ask yourself, you know, is this what I deserve, or is this what I think I want? Is it really what I want? Because there's a long chain of how many people are going to get affected. I'm so sorry if this is happening to you, because I see a couple here already. This couple is different though. You see this couple, she's looking at him. She wants him. This couple is looking at each other. See, they're already in a relationship. It's legacy, it's family, it's unity, it's stability. So it's already settled. So I'm really thinking that this is perhaps like an extra affair. This is extra that you don't need. It's not healthy for you or the other person, no matter how much you're able to tell yourself, yeah, and seeing you like meeting up with this other person perhaps, or maybe you're meeting with friends or somebody to tell, you know, maybe you do need, if this is happening to you, then like your partner is having, but I doubt it, because I'm reading for you, not the other person. It's you, your actions that you have to look at. So with that said, pile number one, I hope that you make the right choice. I hope everything is going well in your love life. I hope if you're already into some sort of situationship that you're able to get out of it before it all comes crumbling down. Could be that this other person is not good for you, even if they're your husband or wife, they're just not good for you. But you're thinking of, so you think about other people. You are seen as special. Remember that about yourself. You have the ability to transform this situation. You have the strength. You have the strength. You have the strength to do this. So, pile one, that is your reading. I wish you all the best. Much love, many blessings, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. So, you chose the map maker of destiny. So authentic purpose and inspiration and free will. So right now you're being called to visualize anything you want in your life, pretty much. Anywhere you want to go. You are drawing your own map. There's the map of destiny that we all have, but through your lived experience, which is wisdom, and your choices, you also contribute to your destiny. You know, you co-create with the creator, that being source. So if you're not making plans right now, I'm hearing a trip. Maybe you're planning on going on a trip, but this can be in any area of your life. Actually, it's like however many years you've been on the earth, and then you're adding to it now. You're drawing your own map. You're writing your own story. You can write whatever story you like, actually, at this point. Let's see what else. And, you know, we have the number 24, which is 6. It's kind of like in the middle somehow. I always see it as like a part of a holy tetralogy. See the 3, this symbol of 3, the infinite 3. I actually have it right here as well. You can't see it under my watch so much, but I have the exact same thing with more Celtic pattern on my wrist. So however many years you've been on this earth, you're in the middle of this journey, and whatever it is, you could be starting, I don't know, university, let's say, and that's the middle of the beginning of your journey, like, if that makes any sense. You're watching a movie, you turn to the middle of the film, you know, and then it continues. You already know, sorry, you already saw the beginning of the movie, paused it, and then you're coming back and you're gonna watch it. Except for in this case, you're the director, you're the screenwriter, you are the producer. So let's see what else is going on with this map that you're drawing for yourself, your story. And what's really important actually about this card too is you're doing this with your free will. You're not doing this for anybody else but yourself, and with your free will. So if somebody said to you, oh, maybe you want to be, I don't know, let's say a fashion model somehow on the runway, and you know, the other person was like, no, you want to be a doctor, and you're like, okay, I'll go be a doctor. It's like, no, you go walk that catwalk. You know, so that's, you do you. This is all about you and your authentic purpose. And you will find inspiration, you know, in the little things in life. Like here and there, you'll get little hints, little nudges that you're going in the right direction. So what direction are it? Let's look for these nudges. What direction are you going in? Let's see. We have protection. We have the moon in Aries, which is kind of like conflicting energies there. But it is the house, the first house of Aries is the first house. It's kind of like the house of I am. Like I am, I do. You know, it's a very action-based card. Yeah, action-based. But, I'm sorry, not card, sign. Aries. But we have the moon in Aries. And the moon is about transformations. It's also about intuition. It's also about, for some reason, I'm hearing giving birth. Which, yes, you could be giving birth to this new path in your life. Or if you're continuing the path in your life. Or whatever it is that you're writing into your reality. That's what you're doing. So, you know, and you're using your intuition to do this. You know what's right for you. You hear it and you know. And, you know, I said maybe little nudges, like with the children here, sometimes what they say out of the mouths of babes, you know, like so it's like, yeah, listen to the little things, notice the little things, and have like the innocence of a child. You're protected. As you embark on this new journey in your life or continuation of your journey, you are highly protected. So could be by your family. Your family loves you and they protect you. And then we have organization. This is kind of interesting. You know, where does my mind go? Right to like the mafia. Like you're almost like, you know, you're there's an organization that wants to protect you while you become you. So how do I make that fit into normal life? Because that's not exactly, you know, like the most healthy thing for you. But let's see. It's like as if you were, let's say you wanted to be a paleontologist. What is it called in regular terminology? An archaeologist, let's say, and you need a patron, right? So, and to be able to go to school. So your patron is going to come from an organization that says, oh, what are you doing? Your your paleontology. You want to dig for dinosaur bones. You want to be an archaeologist for dinosaurs instead of people, right? Human artifacts. And so usually you get a benefactor from an organization and they watch over you, much like a parent does, and they guide you and they make sure that, you know, you're still on the right track, and then they continue to give you funding and stuff, you know, and place to live and things like that. And this is whatever it is that you're planning or writing, it's undoing in your life, the next phase. It should come quickly because you have Mercury here. Also, you're very detail oriented. You're really paying attention to the as I said, the little things, the details, and you're ultimately, whatever it is, you're going to be very successful. You're going to reap the rewards of this, because we have Capricorn here, the hard worker, very hard worker, and on top of it, you kind of, unless you're a little too controlling, you can't go wrong because you got Mercury in Capricorn. So, you know, Capricorn is it's a nice, strong, earthy energy, very grounded. It is about work. Capricorns work. They work hard, and they usually get back what, you know, like, they're very successful, Capricorns, but in a very grounded way, in a very stable way. And so there is your prosperity right there anyway. Also, we have the number 10 right here, which reduces to 1. So again, this is all about you. This is all about you. And, you know, we have here cattle in a village, and I've mentioned this a few times. I'm Irish. I grew up in the Bronx, but I lived in Ireland as a child, and I am Irish. And we had cattle. Cattle used to be wealth back in the day, before England took over, and we had our own government as the Celtic people. Cattle was our form of currency. Plus, I grew up on a farm, so, you know, it's like this looks pretty prosperous right here to me, just this alone. And it could be like, oh, look, the tiger is going to come and eat it, but no, actually the tiger is protecting you. So this is nice. This is positive, you know. So you're writing your map. You're making it happen, your life. And while you do this, you are protected and loved and cared for, and you're very dedicated and devoted and organized, and paying attention to the details, to the little things. But also with Mercury here, Mercury, the little things, you're paying attention to them. So let's see about your soul right now. Perseverance. Yes, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And that's what you're doing as you write this map. You are persevering. You are continuing. Sorry, the light is, let's see if I can, there, perhaps. Let's see if I only went to film school for a bit there, so I don't know. I didn't major, my focus was not cinematography, so I appreciate it, just don't know how to do it. Anyway, back to you. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So you're also being called to use, like, not just literally your mind and your imagination, and whatever it is, you can make it come into being. You're also being, you know, told to pay attention to your, like, your third eye chakra as well. As I already said, you are paying attention to the details. You know, you don't have to worry about what it is you want to do. People love you, they're around you. I'm hearing family. So while you go within, in the quiet moments of meditation, while you go within, you are writing this map for yourself, that this is your life, your map. It's kind of magical. There's a little fairy there. And angels. Birds are angels. Angels are birds. So again, you have the angels around you. Feather right in his hand. You know, feathers, birds, angels. That's how we see. If you find a feather, you know an angel sent it. So, and you have some more fairies here. So there's a little bit of magic going on here too. But it's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you want it to be, whatever you want in your life. I'm getting a feeling though that like you may be deciding about a career change or something that you really want to do with your life. It could be like run a marathon for charity. It could be you want to run a marathon just to prove to yourself that, you know, you're healthy and you can do this. You know, but whatever it is, you're going to be successful at it, and that's a nice place to be, you know, and don't lose faith in yourself. So let's pull some angel tarot to set the tarot tone. Let's see, what does the map makers of destiny, what do you want to say? Angel tarot. Oh, there we go. So just a moment. Okay, so the angels want to give you 2 cards, so you get 2. The 7 of Earth. Yeah, so that's the 7 of Pentacles. So right now, you can be patient with yourself while you decide what it is that you want to do. Once you decide, if you haven't decided already, or you are writing this map into existence, be patient with yourself. You may have already started to plant seeds of what it is that you want to do with your life. I am hearing like a career type choice or study, area of study. Could be anything though. It could be romance. It could be relationships, deeper relationships with romance, like a marriage, or moving in together, or it could be you're already at a career and you're getting a promotion, or you're going to a different department, you know, you're wherever you work, or you're leaving and you're going to work on a project, or you're going to work on a project and stay. Maybe you're a crafter, whatever it is, it's whatever you make it to be, you know. But I'm hearing something with like profession, your career, something, or area of study. So, and 7 of Earth is great, earthy energy. You've planted seeds already, and now you need to be patient with yourself. I don't hear patient with outside yourself, because this, once you start writing or continue to write, this journey will unfold rather quickly. Mercury is a fast energy. You'll be getting messages too. I hear correspondence. I see a laptop and email. I remember that old AOL that you've got mail. Yeah, like you have messages, you know. Yeah, you also have messages from your angels. The High Priestess, nice. So Archangel Haniel, and you know, it's, yeah, you want to listen to your intuition. Oh, look at this, the 7 of Earth. Patience. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before taking action. So, you know, and here, I'll read what it says for the 7 of Earth as well, the 7 of Pentacles. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So we've already said this. You don't have to, you're protected, and you may want to take a little pause, or, you know, just have patience, just slow down just a little bit. Yourself, like your thoughts, what you want, you know, you don't have to kind of drive yourself crazy as to like, what's going on? What am I doing? You know, no, you know what you're doing. And whatever it is, it's right. I'm also hearing you're juggling. You're gonna have to juggle some things, but you have the power and the ability to do this. with the High Priestess. You have the knowledge, you have the dedication, devotion to do this. You've already started. It's already been like germinating in your soul. If you haven't actually taken overt action towards this, it's already taking action in your soul and in your mind. So maybe you have a dream board. You know, you've been making or like maybe you paint or do other forms of creative expression, and that's just like a lead up to like what you're actually going to do. You might be like in rehearsals right now and you're about ready to, like, you know, go out there and do your big show. It's your show. You're the star. So here we go. 1, 2. Let's put these in the order they came out. We'll save this card for after. 3 and 4. We can start with 4. Sorry about that. Okay, what do we got? The Queen of Pentacles. Nice. Really nice. That is nice. You're a queen. Practical. You are grounded, stable, generous. Monetarily, you are stable and focused. You're wealthy, you're prosperous, and you're very down to earth. So let's see. Well, the energy going on, the higher font. Yeah, this is like some kind of higher learning. The Queen of Swords, you've been thinking a lot about it, and whatever you're thinking about is going to bring about changes, and it's just, maybe you've appealed about something. I don't know, I'm hearing appeal. University student maybe, or yeah, or like different career. And the 3 of Coins, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, I don't know, I'm getting like university vibes here. University frequencies. So you're building this life for yourself. You know, it could literally be a house, but I'm hearing this life, and you are doing this with someone else in mind. And I'm hearing again family, like you're considering your family while you go through this building of whatever it is that you are making your destiny. And see, in the 3 of Coins here, they're not just starting. They are starting to build this house, but they've already started, and they're consulting the blueprints. Usually that's what it is. They're consulting the blueprints. They're consulting the books, right? And I just keep hearing, like, I don't know, university, school, and you've already also put a lot of thought and energy into whatever it is that you're trying to build and make stable for yourself. And you have the power to do this. It's more of a feminine type power, like a knowledge type power. Like the High Priestess is the feminine version of the magician. And the magician's like overtly active, like doing what the magician does, whereas the High Priestess is more like behind the scenes in a way, like in the intuitive realm. You can think things into existence. I'm hearing you might be psychic in the sense that you have precognition. You know what's good for you. You have the seeds of success in your hands, literally, like in your hands. You're holding seeds. You plant them. There's only like 3 there, so like you've planted more than that. I see an open hand like this, and there are seeds here. So, and you see the High Priestess. It's a lot like the 3 of Coins too. It's because the High Priestess is the 2nd card, or the number 2 in the tarot deck, and it's balance and harmony. So whatever it is that you're planning on doing, it's going to bring about balance and harmony into your life, and you can tap into that for yourself as well. You can tap into that balance and harmony that you have within yourself, and you have it because you're the Queen of Coins energy. And this has something to do with higher institutions of learning, or yeah, it could be something with the law, it could be something with school, it could be something with within your already chosen career path. You want to go in a different direction, and it could be more spirit, like organized spirituality. Like you may be thinking of religion, but I don't get that feeling too much, you know, like maybe you want to convert to a different religion. But no, I really just see that as institutions of learning for some reason, organized higher institutions. So whatever it is you want to do, you're seeking higher knowledge about it, and you see you've already built the foundation, so you're good to go. You're using your own unique gifts and abilities to write into existence and have other people read it out into existence, and there is the person. So these are like the map makers of destiny, and you are also this person making it happen, putting it together. So you've built a good foundation, or you are building a good foundation. You're organized. It says so right here. But no, also Mercury, you're detail oriented. You take care of all the details. You make clear, wise, rational, just decisions. You're not, even though you have the High Priestess with intuitive knowledge, you also are listening to your wise mind. You're listening to what is rational here. So you're very balanced. You're very grounded and stable as you go through this process. This map that you're drawing for yourself and that you're going to follow through on, you are going to follow through. You are going to persevere. And you know, it's just with the tarot, yeah, it's just very clear. It's a very clear path. You know, you're just very ready for this. You've already achieved things in your life. You already have the stability, materially, monetarily, as well as spiritually and foundationally. You have, like, you're ready to do this. And I believe it has something to do with institutions of higher learning, or you're going to learn other skills. You want to learn different skills, which may require travel for you, but I really don't see that, because you see you're like at home. You might take trips to exotic places, you know, but basically it's symbolism, and you're very supported, you're very protected, you're very well loved. So let's see, we have an oracle card here. Shipwrecks, explore the depths of your past to uncover hidden wisdom and resilience. So I'm focusing on this word wisdom here. Again, I'm getting something to do with learning a new skill, a new craft, a higher, like a different degree or a higher degree in something like with university. And just, you can look to your past to see where you could have done a little better. You don't really have to be hard on yourself, but you got Mercury over here, so it's like you might be a little hard on yourself, because you're going to succeed. Your Capricorn is like, it's very, again, Queen and Coin, very grounded, very earthy, very stable energy, and hard worker, and it comes into being, you know. And in the shipwreck, you know, when ships get wrecked up, they usually look for they look for the treasure chest, you know. It's like, save the treasure chests. And the food, you know, and the drinking water. Like, we need this. We need this little boat, you know, like, to survive. And so in the past, you may have worked very hard to get to where you are right now. You might have, like, crashed upon rocks and things like that, but this is speaking of the past. And, you know, what do they say? What doesn't kill me makes me stronger, you know? So it's like you may have had some really difficult times on this journey that you're on, but it's like, it's just showing you that you have wisdom and resilience to continue. You know, it says uncover the hidden treasures. You know, it's like these little children, I don't know, for some reason it's like they're somehow children are involved. They're gonna help you see, like, what is what here, you know, like what's going on. So we're asking the indigo angels if they were standing here right now in front of you, if they were here with you, in front of you right now, and you're wherever you're watching this, what would they say to you? What is the parting message from the indigo angels? There we go. This is your card. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oh, look through the situation. Let's see. You can see that a little better there. Yeah. So, your angels want you to know that they got your back, and also you got this. Oh my goodness, do you have this? And it's, I'm gonna put it over here into the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Earth, and the High Priestess, because look, she's carrying a basket of purple flowers, right? I like to associate them with lavender, which is calming, you know, it's a calming herb, very calming flower. And she's gathering more. So it's like with the theme of working, you know, and persevering. She's still doing it. Her basket's full and she's still going at it, right? And also this purple color and the High Priestess, purple, and we got purple here, and red is passion. So you're passionate about what it is that you want to do, and it comes, you have a pure motive as well. So your wings, you think about it, but your motives are pure white, and your shirt is white. So you have pure motives. You're very passionate about what it is you want to do, and you're doing it. You know, this is a continuation of you doing it. It's just, it's not going to happen like in an instant. Yeah, it's just, you just need just a little bit of patience and a little bit of really, when you're faced with challenges, when you're faced with obstacles, you know, organizations, you know, sometimes they have rules and things like that. And, you know, you just look through it and see what you have to do so that you benefit yourself and you achieve your goal. And you will. You will. Her basket's already full. So kudos to you actually for wanting to go that extra mile and actually take your destiny in your hands and say, that's it, I'm doing this for myself. This is what I want to do in my life, or this is something I'd like to do in my life, and I'm going to do this in my life. And ultimately you are successful. No matter how many times you may have fallen in the past, you keep getting up and persevering, and you learn from the past. You know, I don't believe that there are tests, but I believe that there are lessons, and we learn from lessons. But, you know, ultimately it doesn't even look like you have that too much going on. You've been protected. You've thought this plan out very well. You're organized. You pretty much, like, I'm just repeating myself now. So let's see. Let's put the indigo angels down for a moment. Let's draw one more tarot card and see. Although I think the message is pretty clear. Yeah, whoa. Okay, so they do have something to say. Whoa, sorry, I gotta stop doing that. But this card literally like fell on the ground. Okay, so we have the Five of Coins, right? Normally this would be like, this is a terrible, terrible card. Oh my goodness, right? But look, instead of them being on the outside, which is usually what this card means, like you've been kicked out, you're on the outside, they're on the inside. in a church. Some higher institution, could be a university, but probably is a church. And again, you're protected. Maybe you go to your spirituality to gain strength. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And again, you have a benefactor. You have someone who protects you. You see this other person right here? Not me, not my reflection. Sorry about that. That person. There, even if you feel all, tired and run down, this project, what you're doing, life in general is running you down, no. There's your angel right there. They got your back. It's definitely the angels. That's what I'm hearing. Actually, they're singing. Yeah. So even when you feel like you want to give up, you can't keep going, reach into your spirituality, and your angels have your back, whether you know it or not. You don't feel that way, you don't know it. Look at your own past, see where you've been strong, see where you've come out of difficult situations, and you will see for yourself how you are strong. So I think that would be the end of your messages. Sorry, I have said many times I'm coming to you from New York City, and sometimes it can get noisy, so I apologize about that noise out there. So, you're on a good path. You're on a good path. Keep going. You write it. You create your future. You create your reality. So, and you're well loved, and the angels got your back, whether you know it or not. So with that said, this is your reading. I wish you all the best. Much love, many blessings. See you in the next one, and bye. Hello, pile of 3. Welcome to your reading. For those of you who chose the High Lady of Love and Compassion, with reverence, kindness, and consideration. So what's going on with you? Well, we have the number 1 here, so whatever it is, it's all about you. You are the one, whatever this situation is or what you want to do, it's all about you. And when I was picking this card, I felt a lot of energy around this rose right here. You have a lot of, in the form of spirit guides, you have the Ascended Lady Mary, you have Sainte Therese of Lisieux, who is she has a degree from the church. She's a saint. She started a little way. That might be important. That might mean something to you, doing little random acts of kindness, or whatever it is you're doing. If you do just little bit by bit, in the name of goodness, that you're doing well. You don't have to do big giant projects at one time. And also Mary Magdalene. I'm getting a lot of feminine energy coming from this, but the rose is really meaning something to me. Wow, I just had a very strong image of Yeshua, also known as Jesus, his feet, stigmata. Maybe you've been feeling like you're suffering somehow. Your health may be a question. They're sending, I'm having a vision right now. They're sending you roses from heaven. They're all around you. The angels and the ascended masters, like the Lady Mary, Jesus' mother, Mary Magdalene, Saint Therese, other female figures, I cannot see who they are exactly, and angels, white wings, lots of light, golden light, a giant sun, and the angels are flying out of this light with huge giant white wings. And then they're settling down all around you. You might be going through something with your health. I'm sorry, my eyes were closed for a moment there. It went over there. Yeah, it kind of went to the south, but no, that's a good thing. So you are loved, you're well loved, and they want to watch over you, and they're sending you roses from heaven. Maybe it could be someone that passed on, excuse me, someone that passed on who's watching over you from above. But mostly it's, you do have angels and the spirit guides I named, plus the ascended masters that are those spirit guides actually, and some that you may be feeling them close to you right now. I'm hearing the anniversary of a death. I'm sorry if you lost someone. They're not really lost, they're just transitioned to the other side. But they're watching over you, or they're close to you. And I also get this feeling, it's a little sad, that maybe you have some health issues. I don't know. And you've been asking for, you've been praying and showing compassion and consideration and kindness to yourself as well as others. You're a very sweet person, very kind. I'm hearing Earth Angel. So let's see what the energy is around this. So we have health. Look at this, health with the 6th house, which is Virgo, which is health and work, and the sun in health. So, you know, I don't know what you're going through with health, or people around you that you love, that you care about. Sorry. But yeah, look, you're being watered, or that person is being watered and cared for. Look, the person in the middle isn't even she doesn't even have to put her hands down for anything. You know, they're feeding her and they're watering her and taking, like they would a plant, and watch it grow and thrive in the sun. But also, you know, they're giving her medicine, which also, I don't know if you can see that, looks like a red flower. Maybe you're considering some holistic healing modalities, you know, like maybe you're sick, or it could be your health, it could be your spiritual health. You want to get closer to the sun, which usually is God, source. I call it source. And you know, and you use all the elements too. You know, you are considerate. You know, you have reverence for others, as well as, like, I'm hearing in particular one person that you love very much. See, love, reverence. So and it could also be like you also love God, infinite source, you know, you love life. This star here is earth, air, fire, water, spirit. So you're connected to all earth, air, fire, water, and then spirit. To all of that. You're cared for, you're loved, you're being watered like a flower to grow. And you'll get through this, whatever it is you're going through. If it has something to do with your health, which it's saying so right here. Virgo is a great sign, not just for health, but like Virgos are like the nurses of the world, you know. They are like the PAs, they are the MAs, you know. They get things done. They are detail oriented and meticulous, and they really, really care in all the little ways, little kindnesses, the little considerations, you know, that they, if you want to find someone who does that kind of stuff, find a Virgo, because they're really good at that. But it seems like you already have these people around you. And with the sun, you can't go wrong. You know, it's gonna, I'm seeing it like clouding away darkness, like literally, like there's dark clouds in the sky, and the sun just comes out, and like the rays of light are just coming towards you. And you have publicity, right? So that is Leo, the 5th house, which is ruled by the sun, actually. But in this case, we have Jupiter. So we have expansion. So you're going through some sort of health issue, possibly, and it's people know about it, and they want to help you. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 stars, so there are at least 4 stable. You have that stability. 4 is foundational and stable. This is an angel. The angel is pointing its way to the star. 5 is also a number of change. So again, like you're going through some sort of change. And again, here's the earth, Terra, and here's this angelic figure that actually looks like Athena, the goddess of hearth and home and the warrior and wisdom. Athena is pretty much like got it going on and carries a flag with the sun on it. So yeah, like you have a lot of yourself have the ability to be compassionate and kind and revere I'm hearing the holy sanctity of others. Yeah, you're like really nice. Like you have a really good heart, and you're gonna get this come back to you. It comes back to you. And whenever you feel lost, your spirit guides are gonna step in and show you the way and to the stars, and you don't ever have to suffer or do anything in silence. You have Leo here. Leos like to be seen. Jupiter, expansion of yourself, of you-ness, and like of you. And I'm seeing that the sun, wow, I'm having another image here. Wow, your pile is cool. I'm seeing another sun of the sun getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's no Saturn around to put its rings around Jupiter and rein it in. No. You are free to expand. It could mean, I'm hearing that you might be afraid that if you have an illness or something going on, you're afraid it might get worse. No. You have angels to guide you. You have people to care for you. You care for yourself. The love and compassion that you put out into this world, you get back. Those little acts of kindness and consideration and compassion and reverence, those little acts that you do all the time, they don't go unnoticed. They add up. It's called meta. And it comes back to you. So, or it could be someone who's going through a health issue. So, let's see your soul. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. Here, let's put this here. Because you are a very compassionate person. You yourself might be the Virgo-like quality person. You might work in the health field and you show people a lot of kindness and compassion. You go out of the way to do it for others. Or someone is going through this situation. But ultimately, no matter what, you want to continue giving and receiving consideration and kindliness and love and generosity and the little things in life, giving them out and it comes back. I love physics. I love the third law of attraction. It's an equal but opposite reaction. And so the love you put out there is the love you get back. Even if you don't see it or realize it, that is what happens. So, and wow, your angels really love you so much. And you have Mary and Teresa on your side. Therese, Saint Therese of Lisieux, she's a doctor of the church. She wrote a lot. She also started the little way, do things like a little bit. Even the smallest things don't go unnoticed by Source or God. So, there we go. There's your card. So, let's see from the angel deck what we have to say, what they have to say. And you have really good self-esteem. If you're feeling low or you need to pick up, just remember that you possess gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. And this is what I was talking about before, about giving and receiving. And this person is receiving, you know, here in this card, this person is receiving, but this figure is giving guidance and right to the stars. You could just may want to do something in your life that has to do with being a star, you know, something, a public kind of life. It has nothing to do with health. Maybe you want to be an actor, an actress, you want to be a star at whatever it is that you do in your creative expression, or it could have to do literally with your health. Let's see. Okay, the dreamer. This is nice. I'm looking more at the publicity thing now. Perhaps you do. 0, so the dreamer. So you have the energy of an innocent soul. You know, this is the dreamer, the Fool card. You know, a leap of faith. Follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So yeah, all that love and compassion and kindness and reverence that you've put out throughout your life, you're gonna get back. You possess this beautiful, innocent energy, the energy of, you know, like wonder and enchantment, and like, I wonder where this path is gonna head. I wonder where this is gonna lead, and you just go. And your little dog right here is not your only guide. You see the angel right there? It's a bird flying, but angels come in the form of birds, more birds. Butterfly right here. Transformation and change. So you have the ability to, you even have a green unicorn over here. And when I was having visions before, I saw a being like this. It has like a fairy-like face, but it was just a creature with like so many wings, giant wings. And oh, look, a rainbow right here too. And, you know, the rainbow symbolizes, you know, after the rain, the rainbow, right? And we have rainbow-ish colors right here too. Actually, these cards usually come in like, don't have so many colors in the mandala, but here, look at all these different colors. Rainbow. So one thing I'm getting from rainbow here is, yes, after the rain, a rainbow. So perhaps you are going through some health issue, but also if it has nothing to do with health or someone close to you with health, it has to do with this colorful life that you want to live in the public eye. Although a lot of people, after they get famous or they're out there in the public eye, eventually they're like, leave me alone, I need security, leave me alone, I don't want to be seen. So, but if that's what you want, it's like, go for it. You know, you have the self-esteem to do it. If you don't reach deep inside, you have it. And the rainbow as well, it shows that, you know, your chakras are in alignment. It's also the bridge between heaven and earth. The rainbow, it's also God's covenant, or Source's covenant with people, that Source will never destroy the earth again after he sent the flood with Noah. This is a very lucky, good card. You know, you have, I forgot about this figure over here too. You have a lot of angels and ascended masters watching over you while you go on your path. You know, you're gonna go on this path. You might feel like you're like, let's go this way, and think you're about to step off a cliff, but no, your little puppy is gonna guide you. Energies. You have a lot of positive, loving energy around you. And anytime that you're feeling down or whatever, you can just, like, if your self-esteem, go to quiet your mind. Go straight to your third eye. Go to your mind. Go to your head chakra and just breathe. Right? So let's pull some tarot and see what we can see from this situation. What's going on here? Whoa, this card wanted to come out. This card also wanted to come out. Let's see. for the High Lady of Love and Compassion. You're a really nice lady. If you're a man, you possess good feminine energy. We all possess both male and female energy. So, and this card wants to come out. Okay. So, let's see what's going on. Okay. This is the anime deck. Let's see. I thought we could use some happiness here. The Lovers. Nice. Nice. Very nice. So like I said already, I'm getting some sort of feeling like maybe it's someone you care about is going through a health crisis, or a health, not crisis so much, but like they're going through something with their health. And people know about it. You know about it, and you're helping. Let's see. Right? So we have the Four of Wands. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe that's your dream. Maybe, see the 4 stars and the 4 here, and this person, it's like they're on a stage. Just almost heard you have a love affair with like wanting to be like on stage doing something. I don't know. Let's see. We have the Magician, right? But unfortunately it was in reverse. So we have like right now you're feeling a little blockage to make whatever it is that you want to manifest come into being right now, which may be a relationship of some sort, usually romantic relationship. You might want to get married. You might be like, you might have just fallen in love with someone and you want everybody to know about it. But you're being seen on a stage. So, you know, that's what's going on. And we have the King of Cups. So, put this here for right now. And next to the Dreamer, we have the King of Cups. So we have a lot of water energy, but somebody who is able to be generous, compassionate, the ultimate. It's the King. It's the ultimate. Compassion, the ultimate generosity, the ultimate, you know, giving. One that says, you're overwhelmed by your feelings or emotions, no worries, like give them to me. This is an aspect of yourself. I can handle it, you know, like just the King of Cups is, if you're a woman watching this and you're thinking of yourself, you have this male energy within you, or if you're a man, then you're a man, but if you identify as a man, but also you have, you could literally have, because you have the Lovers here and the Four of Wands, it could be literally a person in your life that is either a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. And that could be the person that, or they have those 3 signs, or any of those 3 signs in a prominent position in their natal chart, in their astrological chart. Not that that matters too much, you know, but it seems like this King of Cups, it could just be someone that you love from a distance, actually. It could be somebody, or literally it is somebody. They're on a stage. There's only one person on the stage. They're being seen by everyone. So it could be, usually this is just like a community gathering. It can mean a marriage as well with the Lovers here. It could be that. The King of Cups, whether he's a romantic type of person, much more feeling based than thinking based, you know, so like he's gonna be a little more open about their emotions when it comes to love, kindness, the type of person who would give you roses, a romantic at heart, you know, and actually in actuality You know, this could be a really sweet, beautiful love relationship. I mean, look at her eyes. Look how sweet that is. She's so happy. She's like, wow. She has no other big giant green eyes for this person, you know, and it's ordained by the heavens, but also this person's eyes are closed. It could be you've grown older, you got married, and some time has passed, and now you treat each other with love and compassion, you know, and you married this really nice romantic guy. Or because of this publicity, this publicity card right here, you know, it could be, again, that, you know, that you desire that kind of person in your life, or for yourself to be known. This is like a love story that wants to be known, and you're just going through some minor setbacks, so that goes back to health. You know, you could just be being blocked a little here, that, you know, a setback, but ultimately you're okay. A setback, you know, so like you're back to 0, you know. But the 4 of Wands is actually, I think it was this way before, yeah. So, and then this. So it's somebody, and I kept getting that feeling too, like in this when I was having, like, or before I had that little vision, I was feeling like that, yeah, this is, you're thinking about somebody that you love very much, and they're very close to you, and they were sick. But it could literally be somebody, or also be somebody in your life. So I'm going to pull one more tarot card, and let's see. So we have the 3 of Cups. And wait, there was another card that wanted to be seen. The Queen of Cups. Ah, this makes sense. So there's some sort of celebration out in the community. Could be a play, could be something, could be a wedding now here. And then you would celebrate. And to be the Queen of Cups, you usually marry the King of Cups. So all those qualities I just said before about being giving, generous, compassionate, the High Lady of Love and Compassion. The Queen of Cups is that woman, you know, she's considerate in sweet ways, you know. She's not so afraid to be loving. She's not afraid of getting hurt. She's a queen. She can handle it. She's the queen. And you may be dreaming of getting married. There may be somebody in your life, or you might not have met that person yet, and that person is going to have the qualities of the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups, depending on what gender you identify with in this reading. And there's just some sort of health issue going on that you're going to get through it, and people will know. Or this relationship is kind of like one for the books, one that people will read about. You might publish announcements, but there's just a minor setback that you're gonna make this happen, you know. So whether it's fame for yourself, something with you being on stage, and you have a love of like being seen and being part of like something where you're either like an actor, an actress, a star, dancer, singer, something like that, you know, you're gonna have just like a minor health setback. The Magician here in reverse, minor health setback. I'm hearing for some reason you want to use holistic methods, you know, like sit in the sun, soak up some vitamin D for 10 minutes before you get sunburned, hydrate, drink tea. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. Also, this yellow here for self-esteem, like you do have the self-esteem to either get married in public, kind of like a wedding. This is a big wedding, you know. It's like a big big thing. I don't know why, if that is what we are talking about. You know, it's up to you what this is about. This is a general reading. So, but yeah, it's looking like it could be a wedding, or it could be, as I said, like you want a career or something like that, or you're involved in a community activity where you're on stage, and it would be like you act or dance or sing or whatever it is that you do on stage in front of people publicly. You'll get publicity from what you do, with like almost like your perfect match. So it's as if you had an acting role, and you know, you kept getting like, you know, the person next to you or your backup singer, and they just keep getting it wrong. Something's wrong with their throat, something like that. And then in comes either the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups, and they're your perfect backup singer. That their voice has the exact pitch, the exact harmony that you need, or the pitch to make that harmony go well, like that. Or after a few auditions, you know, with somebody that's not good for the other, like you have an interactive role, a scene with someone else, you finally find that one, and you're like super happy, like you're in love with this production you're putting on, and there's going to be a celebration over this as well. And if it just has to do with health, then again, you have somebody in your corner, like a husband or wife or a partner or a boyfriend or girlfriend. They got your back, and there's gonna be a big celebration after you get well again. It's a minor setback, and this color just makes me think of the sun even more, you know, so you can do this. So we have an oracle card too. Seaweed. Oh, you know, seaweed's also really good for your health. Find beauty in vulnerability and let your resilience shine through life's challenges. So yeah, we're gonna put this over here near the Magician card. Seaweed does have its advantages. You know, you see it kind of strewn all over the beach or something, but actually it's really good for you. And it's plants of the ocean. And yeah, so even if you're having some health issues, you know, or if you're nervous about something going on, you are resilient, you are compassionate, you are kind, you are generous, you know, you are, I hear meek, so you're humble. Humble doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. Humble means right-sized. And so you're not like all full ego, you know, you're genuine, and you're resilient. So you have a minor setback here with the Magician in reverse. You have some sort of setback with your health, but see, it's being taken care of, especially with Virgo here. They're gonna take care of you, you know, your angels, your spirit guides, literally people in your life. So you don't have to be too concerned about that. Don't worry about that. That will pass. This too shall pass. So let's find out what the Indigo Angels have to say, and then we can close out your reading. So if the Indigo Angels are standing in front of you right now, High Lady of Love and Compassion, what would they say? Let's find out. Okay, this is in reverse, so let's just, what would they say, the angels? You are not alone. I don't think I have to say too much more than that. You're the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You are not alone. You are not alone. Puppy, butterflies, angels, unicorn, more angels, spirit guides. You are loved. You are not alone. That beautiful card. And there's a light in the darkness. Don't be afraid. You have all these angels behind you, all these little stars all over the place here. That's beautiful. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. Look at all these people looking at you, appreciating you, you appreciating yourself, celebrating. And finally, publicity. You are not alone. Health. Many people here. Even the sun has a face. You are not alone. And finally, back to the first card. You are not alone. Angels, fairies, fairy wings, roses from heaven, from the Lady Mary, Mary Magdalene, Sainte Therese of Lisieux, little bees, more flowers. You are not alone. That's all you need to remember. You are not alone. No matter what your self-esteem may feel at this time, you possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Of course you do. You're kind and generous and super cool. Wow, what a chill energy you have. I like this. So, with that, that is your reading. The High Lady of Love and Compassion pile. Congratulations if you are getting married. If you're just dreaming about it right now, that's cool too, you know. Dreaming about future husband or future wife is always kind of fun, nice thing to do. You know, believe it, you're worth it. And you are not destined to go through life alone anyway. So, see? You are not alone. Look at all these figures. And if you're not feeling well health-wise, you're going to get better soon, for sure. And if you have some goals of being seen somehow, doing something in a career or as a project, you're going to be successful and people will know about it. So, with that said, those are your messages, and I wish you all the best. Pile 3, High Lady of Love and Compassion. Much love, many blessings. I forgot, I have to say this. Please hit the like and subscribe button because you know the algorithm is hungry. And also leave your comments below. I'd always love to hear, you know, what you think of your reading. It's nice to read the comments and generate a good discussion. And then, with that said, I do wish you much love and many blessings, and see you in the next one. Okay, bye.